I mean, when it happens, it even improves the sanitation of the area, and it adds to the aesthetics of the community. Otherwise, before the walls were constructed, if you went there, it was sometimes very difficult to differentiate between the toilets and then the homes that were close to it.
All right, yeah. Nice. Can we talk about roads? How's the nature of your roads in the Tamale North constituency?
Many of the roads are terrible, very, very terrible. I mean, we have the one that passes, in fact, in front of my house. I'm sure some of your crew members know because they were there recently. I mean, it's bad. It's called the Taha, Balahe Road. Now, that was a road that in 2016, the NDC government awarded on contract. The contractor had moved to site, started even doing the drains, and unfortunately we lost power. And the contract was suspended along with other contracts. For example, there's this other road, that is the Third Ring Road that we began in 2016. There was actually no footpath there, but we knew it was a Third Ring Road. And so, speaking with His Excellency the President then, we convinced him to add it to the emergency road contracts that were awarded in 2016. And it is known as the Third Ring Road, but it starts from the King David side and it goes all the way. In fact, it goes round Tamale. It goes all the way to Viting. Now, the contractor was on site also, began the drains and opened it up. When we lost power, that one also was suspended, and they said they were going to investigate it and then re-awarded. Eventually, that road, the Third Ring Road, was re-awarded. It was re-awarded to the regional vice chairman of the NPP, who has been working on the road as if he has only a wheelbarrow and a shovel. I mean, if the NDC had continued to be in power, that road would have been a thing of the past because the speed with which the previous contractor was working, in fact, people will testify that it is unlike what we are seeing today. In fact, even after they suspended the contract, it took my intervention on the floor. I remember inviting the elders and chiefs along that stretch to Parliament with me to question the road minister then, Uncle Amakwata, about what they were doing to finish that road before it was re-awarded to this, snail pace contractor. And he's on the road, but it's never getting done. Same with the Taha Road. It's not getting done. We are making some interventions, and it is my prayer that those interventions will yield some results. I have some assurance from a contractor that is willing to fund that Taha Road if it is awarded to him. And so we are trying to convince the ministry to award it to him because the contractor is willing to do it on his own and waits until perhaps a good government is in place to, pay him his money. So I'm working at it, and I'm hoping that we will get the cooperation of the ministry for the Taha Road to also be awarded to him. I mean, at our level, we have also facilitated the construction of some major drains. Without these drains, rainy seasons became a challenge for people who were living in the communities where these drains pass through. It led to flooding in some cases. It led to cutting off communities in some cases. And so we are happy that our lobbying and intervention has yielded results, and these drains have been fixed now. The Taha Road that I spoke of has a major drain. Fortunately, this same contractor I'm speaking about is the one who has fixed that drain. Then you have the Gumani area also. The road was almost cut off because the drain was eaten into the road. It has also been fixed now. We also had one just connecting Kuku to Fo, and another one connecting Paumo to Kalpohene. I mean, you have communities that are looking at each other across the drain, but are unable to access each other unless they go all the way, sometimes 360, you know. So fortunately, we have been able to successfully get, you know, these drains fixed. And I'm very confident that this coming rainy season, the flooding will be limited, and the accessibility that it has improved will be appreciated by our constituents. But many roads in the constituency, especially the inner community roads, like we have this one around the Kalisko area. I don't know what the devil is with this government and the very, very, you know, poor attitude towards fixing some of these problems. That road has basically been shut down, I think, for over a year now, because it is just not motorable, and it is in the middle of town. And several, you know, trips to the assembly, to the urban roads, seem not to be yielding any results. And it is quite unfortunate. The same can be said about some of the roads around the Kanvili area, and even the Chogo community roads also. That sort had been cut for construction to begin in 2016, have all been abandoned. And yet you hear them gloat all the time about the year of roads, and you wonder where exactly the roads are. But there's hope. I am very confident that after this December elections, once His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama is sworn in, we will get back to the task of building this country the way we all want it.
Well, I'd want us to wrap up with youth empowerment with regards to youth employment. Yeah. We do know that youth unemployment, to be precise, it's a very worrying situation in this country. Now, when it comes to youth unemployment and sports, youth in sports, what have you done in your constituency with regards to these empowerments?
The youth, we often say, is the future, but we hardly do anything to suggest that we really mean and appreciate what it means for the future to be preserved, and preserved well. I think that as a country, there is still a lot more that we can do for our youth. I, as a result, in my little way, have always seized the opportunity to support youth programs in the constituency. Almost every youth empowerment program that is taking place, you can be sure that when I have the time, I associate with it. I have also organized a number of training programs for the youth to, in some cases, enhance the talents of our youth. I have organized for the youth to be trained in ICT, both hardware and software. I have also organized for some of them to receive support by way of working tools, because you have some of them who on their own have trained to be mechanics, they have trained to be tile layers, they have trained to be carpenters, but they don't have the requisite tools to on their own provide the services that they are able to. And so they may pass out but cannot, you know, offer service to anybody who may even want their service to make money. So I took it upon myself to find some of these tools, like the tile laying and cutting machines, you know, like the vulcanizer machines and carpentry machines, like the industrial sewing machines. I have on my own organized to supply many of our youth who have these skills with these tools, so that they can use it to provide service and earn an income to support their families. We have also facilitated the training of many of them in dressmaking, in makeup artists, and many of the things that I invoke today that the youth want to learn. Cake making. I remember I organized for some young ladies who wanted to learn how to, bake cake and all that. So, and others who wanted to learn how to do make liquid soap, we support some of these training activities, and very often after the training, we support them with either cash or tools that will help them to start on their own. In the area of sports also, I mean, many of the youth teams in the constituency will tell you I am their patron, because every now and then I make interventions to either support them with JCs, support them with footballs, support them with their transportation needs when they have games in and outside the constituency. So I am kept updated as far as their organization and their growth needs are concerned. And I'm happy to do it every time, because clearly those are the little things that make the future great.
Honorable, come December 2024, are you battle ready?
Inshallah, inshallah. It's a matter of life and health, and we pray that Almighty Allah will spare us both, enhance it for us, and the rest we will hit the ground like we are already doing, and I'm sure that by His grace, victory will be ours at the end of the elections on December 7. I'm very confident, and I'm sure many Ghanaians are, because, I mean, another, term for this reckless, dishonest, incompetent, batch of, leaders will just crush our country. That is if we have not been crushed already. I mean, look at the economy. It's a mess. Look at our environment. In the name of fighting galamsey, they are enriching themselves and destroying the environment even further. Look at our educational system. It's in shambles. It's in shambles. Forget the talk about free SHS. No one has ever been against it, despite their propaganda to the otherwise. It has always been said that if it must be done, it must be done well. And the NDC always insisted that we should not sacrifice quality over quantity. Now that's what we are doing. You have messed up the basic education, and I'm not the one saying it. NGOs and civil society organizations working in that area are telling us it will take us decades to rectify the wrongs that we have inflicted on our educational system. You have abandoned basic education all in the name of free SHS. And even in the free SHS, it's like kwashako. You focus on filling the belly, the legs are thin, the head is big, and that is not healthy growth.
Honorable, your main contender, Alhaji Alidu from the ruling Patriotic Party, how do you see him? Is he a threat?
He's a young man, and I can see that he seemed to be taking a lot of inspiration from me, and I'm proud about it. I have always said that one of the things I love is to find people who will tell me that I did it because of you. It's one of the things that I get excited about. I did it because you taught me it was possible, and I admire his courage. I admire his ability to put up himself for this, and I'm sure that he will gain some experience in this battle that will be useful for him. And with time, I'm sure that he will stop taking inspiration from afar, but he will come close to the NDC and learn how to lead, and eventually perhaps the NDC can find some good use for him.
Well, Ghanaians are heading to the polls come December. What message are you conveying to your constituents, Tamalinov, as we head to the polls come December 2024? Your final words, maybe in your local dialect. You can mix.
Well, all I will say is that Tamalinov has suffered a lot. In fact, the only time a Minister of State came from Tamalinov was in 1996 when Alhaji Ibrahim Adam, the former Minister of Agric, was Member of Parliament of that constituency. After 96, when the NDC lost the 2000 elections, from 2000 till now, every member of Parliament of the NDC has worked in opposition. Every time. Every time. Wow. The Member of Parliament of the constituency is in opposition. Now, Honorable Abubakar Ismaili took the constituency from 2008 till 2012 when he lost it. So at least he was MP for 4 years when NDC was in power, but just that 4 years, and he wasn't a minister. And then we lost it to an independent candidate in 2012, who basically was also in opposition, you know. And I am grateful to the people of Tamale North that in 2016 they gave me the nod, and they have kept me all these years. And we have struggled together. We have made sacrifices together. And I'm confident that the NDC is coming to power in 2020. May it not be said that the Tamale North constituency MP is in opposition again when the NDC is in power. I'm very confident, inshallah, that the people of Tamale North are tired of having an MP in opposition, and they will help in whatever way to make the NDC come to power and have me as their Member of Parliament. And inshallah, we will be given the support and the help that we need to take the constituency to the next level.
Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you, too.
We've been in conversation with Honorable Al-Hassan Essoyini. He is the Member of Parliament representing the good people of Tamale North constituency, and also the parliamentary candidate for the constituency come December 2024 general elections. You've heard it all from him, and I know that constituents of Tamale North constituency, you know what to do come December 2024 general elections when you and I head to the polls. Thank you once again for choosing to stay with us here on the show. My name is Ivy Abinadidi Nakite. I'll see you same time next week, Tuesday, 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. here on Pan African Television. Do have a lovely evening and do enjoy the rest of our programs.